Greetings, and greetings, my fellow YouTube nurses. I put a picture on Instagram talking about what questions you guys wanted to ask. Oh my goodness. OMG, you guys put down questions about NCLEX, MedSurg, how to pass. I said, you know what? Let's just go with that one. Me and Leonardo decided, let's just go with that one. So basically, I'm going to talk about my tips, my 10 study ways to basically pass MedSurg, NCLEX type style questions, and basically get ready for the NCLEX and how to pass. And at the very end, I'm going to put a link on how to study for your NCLEX style questions or practice ones. Are very cool. But first and foremost, I'm going to say this. This is what personal experience I've had. We had 40 people in our class in our nursing program, and 10 of us, including me, passed. And so we all use these type of techniques and basically our skills and our type of style of studying, and this is kind of what helps. So I'll put it all in one condensed short video. I'm going to try to make it short, but you know how I do on these videos. And also I want to say thanks for everybody subscribing, hitting that like button, and sharing this video on Facebook and everybody else out there. Alright, let's get to the nitty gritty. So first off, foremost, everybody going in the nursing field thinking it's just bathing the patient, walking, ambulating the patient, feeding them, maybe passing a couple meds. You're up for something else, my fellow YouTube nurses. It's more than that. It's like probably that much. Okay, I'll do it again. That much. It's probably about 10% of what you can do as a nurse. You have to rationalize. You have to think, critically think for your patient. You have to look at him hemodynamically. You have to basically look at their physiological parts, anatomy, and know what's going on when you give these medications, what's going on when they have a diagnosis. You have to be a detective just without the suit. You get what I'm saying? See what, you understand? Well, Leonardo gets what I'm saying. So let's get to the point. So as a nurse, you have to know this stuff. This MedSurg NCLEX material is a need-to-know basis. So what I always say is add PI. Like I said it before, you assess, diagnose, and you plan, implement, and you evaluate. And of course, we all called that, what, common sense when we were younger? We had a flat tire on our bicycle. What do we do? Replace it, right? Light bulb burnt out, turn off the light bulb, replace another one. That's it. Common sense. But in nursing, they want to call it a nursing process. So you have to know that. It's very important. So for your NCLEX type questions and for your MedSurg questions, use that tool. It's awesome. You assess, you figure out what's going on with the patient. Once you figure that out, you diagnose if they have CHF, if they have, pneumonia, whatever the diagnosis is, and you kind of know from there what's the plan of care, what are you going to do, what's the plan of action. Then you implement, follow through, and the last part is evaluate. If it worked, great. If it didn't, go back to basically part number one, which is assess, and you start over again until you get it right. So I would definitely use that for your exams and your tests. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and give you 10 tips that I've used and our whole class used, well, 10 of our people that passed, for nursing NCLEX type questions and for the MedSurg. So very first thing is, I'm just gonna put this out there. Don't cram. Don't. It's dumb. You're gonna waste time. You're not gonna remember the next day or the test. So utilize, if it's a week, utilize the whole 5 days, bits and pieces. Study bits and pieces of it until you until you memorize it. That's it. Second thing is, we all have the MedSurg book. I know I use mine as a doorstopper. I basically threw mine in the fire last year because I don't need it. But for you fellow YouTube nurses, use that. There's a CD in there. Utilize that. Put it on. There's a website, NCLEX style questions, whatever organ or system you're going over, or whatever you're learning in class. Use that website, NCLEX style questions. You're going to learn on that, and you study and review. So when you take your test, easy to use. Okay, like that. Number 3, use a syllabus. Sometimes it doesn't correlate with what you're studying, but use a syllabus. Instructor gave it to you for a reason, okay? So use it, use it, use it. It's going to tell you what you need to study for and what's coming up on the test. Time management is very important, okay? So utilize that. Number 4, take great notes. Not mediocre, not half-assed notes. You got to take great notes, because when it comes down to the test, you're not going to write everything down and memorize everything. You're going to need to know what is going to be on the test. So whatever the instructor says, she says hint, hint, hint. Some instructors say, some don't. But if they keep verbalizing it twice or 3 times, you know it's going to be on the damn test. So basically, take great notes. Number 5, I would say, is use a recorder. I used it. I know you don't want to hear the instructor's voice at night, but it instilled in my head. Basically, I played it at night when I was sleeping, and I played it in my car when I was driving. I replaced it with iTunes. It sucks. I memorized my instructor's voice. I get the chills, dude. Right now, I feel offended and disoriented thinking about it because I had it replaced in my head so many times. But it helps, y'all. Use that. Take a recorder and use it in your class and listen to it later, and it helps you for the test. Number 6. When you study at home, no more than 30 minutes. I know when I studied, my brain shut off. I mean, we all have ADD. Our moms, our grandma, we all complain, say we can't pay attention. That's just an excuse. Don't listen to that. Everyone and their mom says ADD. But if you really want this nursing degree, you have to study and shut your brain off after 30 minutes, because after 30 minutes you just really can't study. And I always took a break after that. It's very important to do that, because you're just going to get overwhelmed and you're going to probably punch or kick your dog. You don't want to do that. Leonardo and I agree, don't do that. So number 7 is use a study buddy only for this. Let me tell you this, only for this. Verbalize your teaching. Whatever you learned, whatever you read, whatever you studied, just verbalize. Let them pick your brain. Talk to them and tell them what you've learned, so they can pick your brain and explain if you're right or wrong, and that's it. I don't really use them for studying, because I'd get distracted. We talk about Facebook, other stupid distractions, iPhones, whatever. So don't use them. Just use them just to verbalize your teaching. The other thing I would definitely say is number 8. Read all your material, write out your material, and also verbalize your material. You're using different parts of your brain when you read. This part of your brain lights up when you write it. This part of the brain lights up when you when you verbalize it. So definitely do that. I would verbalize and do whatever you can, because different parts of the brain come up. So when you take the test, you're ready to roll out. All the parts of your brain light up, and the test is just easier than it should be. So MedSurg type questions, NCLEX questions, you'll know it. Number 9, okay, I'm gonna put this out there. Bam. Number 9, definitely watch YouTube. Come on, y'all, you guys know that's an easy ass question. YouTube, just watch YouTube videos. Don't watch mine, but anything to do with whatever system you're learning, go learn about it. I remember learning endocrine. To me, endocrine was kind of a iffy subject for me, so I went, typed it on YouTube, found my video, learned it. I visualized how it functioned and worked in the body. Boom, memorized it. Last but not least, number 10. This is what I would definitely do, is talk to your instructor. Talk to her, utilize her. She's there for a reason, y'all. She gets paid whatever she gets paid. She has to at least help you guys out for the questions, right? For your test. Utilize her. Don't suck up to her. Don't give her candies. Just, well, I gave her a couple candies and it helped for me. No, I'm just kidding. But don't do that. You definitely want to ask and see what's going on with the test, why you got them wrong. So those are my 10 tips, y'all. Utilize it for NCLEX, MedSurg, whatever you need to know, and that definitely will help you for MedSurg type questions and get ready for the NCLEX. Last but not least, it's kind of extra bonus. When you go talk to an instructor, she basically, that's what I remember, she basically told me, think like a nurse. And of course, she's been doing it for 20 years. Me, what, 20 hours, 20 weeks? I had no idea what she meant, but she meant ADPI. So utilize ADPI, assess, diagnose, plan, implement, and evaluate. And most importantly, when you go talk to an instructor, look at the questions. Why'd you get them wrong? Why did you miss the question? Was it, did you misread the question? Did you lack the education or the knowledge for the question? Was it a nursing process type of question? Or was it type of a diagnosis type of question that you didn't get? And most importantly, y'all, read the rationale. Understand why the answer is there, and why you didn't you pick it. It's most important, because as a nurse, you have to rationalize every single thing you do. And most importantly, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and just put down on the bottom a link of test taking questions or like NCLEX, just to get you guys ready. And like I said, if you want to be a nurse, be a happy nurse, be a merry nurse, be a crazy nurse, no, don't be all those nurses. Just be who you are, help others, and do what you need to do, y'all. I want you guys to pass. I'm going to tell you this real quick. When I first started, I was an angry bird, okay? And now I'm Leonardo. I try to be a leader. I love Leonardo and the whole Ninja Turtle crew. But Leonardo was more of a leader, and that's what I'm trying to be now. Be more assertive, be more determined, and basically just take care of my patients. Now in the CVICU, I'm learning to just be more assertive. It's very important, and I'm still learning. I still make mistakes here and there like anyone else. But most importantly, maybe I should make more, because I learned from mistakes. So don't be trying to be perfect out there, guys. You're going to make mistakes. But when you get off and you fall off, rise back up, y'all. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit that link to try those NCLEX type questions. Thanks for following me on Instagram, on YouTube, and on Twitter, y'all. My fellow YouTube nurses, peace.